The Horn of Africa is a region with a unique identity and vibrant history. Close to the Arabian Peninsula, it always stood out from the rest of the African continent. Today, the Horn of Africa is home to the modern nations of Ethiopia, Djibouti, Eritrea, and Somalia, comprising of about 115 million people. Throughout centuries of rich history, Ethiopia has managed to persevere and preserve its identity, despite many pressures. Once known as the Ethiopian Empire, or Abyssinia, which existed from 1270 to 1974, it is one of the longest surviving empires in history and is defined by its distinctive character and a past filled with defining moments. Today, we'll be stepping back in time as we recount the ancient and modern ages of the great Ethiopian Empire. Before we proceed, please do subscribe to our channel, and a big thank you for doing that. Now, let's get right into it. Ancient origins of Abyssinia, also known as the Ethiopian Empire. The earliest origins of Abyssinia reach back before 1270. The story begins with the kingdom of Aksum, also known as the Aksumite Empire, an ancient kingdom of great import in the classical world. Aksum was located in today's northern Ethiopia and flourished from around 80 before Christ to 825 after the death of Christ. Taking its name from its key city, the capital called Aksum, its strategic location played a crucial role in the trading routes of the ancient world, particularly between ancient India and the Roman Empire. In time, Aksum grew in power and importance, and eclipsed the neighbouring and older kingdom of Kush. The Ethiopian highlands, with their reliable annual monsoon rainfall and fertile soil, had been successfully inhabited since the Stone Age. Agriculture and trade with Egypt, southern Arabia, and other African peoples ensured the rise of the powerful kingdom of Aksum, which was founded in the 1st century Common Era. Flourishing from the 3rd to the 6th century CE, and then surviving as a much smaller political entity into the 8th century CE, the Kingdom of Aksum was the first sub-Saharan African state to officially adopt Christianity, 350 CE. Aksum also created its own script, Ge'ez, which is still in use in Ethiopia today. Moreover, Abyssinia, also known as Ethiopia, was nestled in the Horn of Africa. It boasted of a diverse landscape, from the rugged Ethiopian highlands to the lowlands bordering the Red Sea. These geographical features influenced the culture and lifestyle of its people for centuries. Abyssinia's origins date back to ancient times, when it was inhabited by various tribal groups. It eventually unified into a powerful kingdom under the rule of legendary figures like Menelik I. The kingdom's formation laid the foundation for a remarkable history. How did Abyssinian culture thrive in such a diverse landscape? The answer lies in its rich tapestry of traditions, languages, and religions, including the ancient Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Across this Christian kingdom, churches were built, monasteries founded, and translations made of the Bible. The most important church was at Aksum, the Church of Mariam Zion, which, according to later Ethiopian medieval texts, housed the Ark of the Covenant. Want to know a strange and fascinating fact about Abyssinia? The Kingdom of Aksum, located within its borders, was one of the first nations to officially adopt Christianity as its state religion in the 4th century AD, long before many European countries. Additionally, Abyssinia had resisted a drastically more developed modern army and became the first and only African nation to escape the clutches of European colonialism in Africa. This defeat shook the European world. No foreign power attacked Abyssinia again until Mussolini in the 1930s. What was the daily life for a normal Abyssinian citizen? Their daily lives were shaped by agriculture, trade, and a strong sense of community. Traditional practices, such as the coffee ceremony, remain an integral part of Ethiopian culture today. Sadly, Abyssinia's history also includes moments of decline. In the late 19th century, it faced external pressures, including Italian colonial ambitions. In 1935, Abyssinia was invaded by Italy, marking a dark chapter in its history. As Abyssinia was slowly modernizing, Italy was progressing on the coast of the Horn. After the unification of the Italian states in 1861, under the House of Savoy, this newly founded European kingdom wanted to carve a colonial empire for itself in the image of France and Great Britain. Italy took control of the entire country by 1882, obtaining a formal Italian colonialization from Ethiopia in the Treaty of Wikishia. Abyssinia maintained friendly relations with European Christian kingdoms for centuries, especially with Portugal, which helped the kingdom fight off its Muslim neighbours back in the 16th century. However, in the late 17th and 18th centuries, Abyssinia progressively closed up to foreign presence. Abyssinia, as it was once known, no longer exists on the map. It transformed into modern-day Ethiopia. The dissolution of Abyssinia came about through historical shifts, including the defeat of Italian forces during World War II and the restoration of Ethiopian independence. How did the battle begin? The battle with Italy started as Ethiopian forces launched a surprise attack on the most advanced Italian brigades. As the rest of the troops tried to join in, Abyssinia reserve troops were thrown into the battle, completely routing the enemy. Italy suffered more than 5,000 casualties as their army was scattered and they had to retreat towards Eritrea. Immediately after the battle, the Italian government signed the Treaty of Addis Ababa. Following this defeat, Europe was forced to recognize Ethiopian independence. For Abyssinia, it was the final act in the consolidation of power. By 1898, Ethiopia was a fully modernized country with an efficient administration, a strong army, and a good infrastructure. As we conclude our journey through the former land of Abyssinia, we must consider what the future holds for Ethiopia. The country is rapidly developing, with growing infrastructure and a vibrant cultural scene. Its future is as promising as its storied past. Thank you for joining us on this mesmerizing journey through Abyssinia's history and past. If you found this video as captivating as we did, don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our upcoming videos. Until next time, remember that history never ceases to amaze.